Getting ready for the return journey. Getting prepared, keep the hamburger nice and fresh on the journey. I know everybody was asking about that. If you're good, I'll send you the recipe too. Got this little cooler here with me, filled with water for the moment, but I have the cooler packs as well. Life is good. Mom came across a very cool little light, which will be helpful in the evenings. The one I had is great, but it's really bright, even on its lowest setting. So Mom managed to find this one. Just a cool little dude. When you pull it up, it turns on. There, it's white. Decent level of light. And then if you pull it up a second time, it's a flashing amber, kind of like a candle or such. Anyway, this will be perfect. The aft of the cruiser, I've taken to calling it the aft. It makes it sound much more official. The aft is pretty much ready to go. I just jigger things around when I'm ready to hit the sack. I move the bags up front into the passenger seat, gives me more room back here. Just have one more bag to load. It's clothes being washed right now. So while I'm waiting for the clothes, I'm also waiting for my little battery pack to charge. I am going to walk over to the grocery store and get my hamburger, eggs, supplies, you know, keep myself alive on the journey. Gonna get a little crazy. Gonna go with some Swiss. Found a pound of lean ground beef. Lean's probably better. It tends to bubble up all over the place. It's not cheap out here. Aha! They do make a half dozen eggs. Perfect. And the secret ingredient. Onion soup mix. Don't go blabbing that all over the place. It's top secret. And of course the little cooking pans. This will be perfect. That should get me through. When did it become so expensive just to eat? I got half a bag of groceries. I remember, because I worked in a grocery store, when my mom used to get a whole cart of groceries for the same cost. It's crazy. Goodbye, Pierre. It's been a lovely visit. Be good. Next stop, Grasslands National Park. 1 day, 5 hours. Well, there'll probably be a few stops along the way, but gotta check that place out. I hear it's great. I'm a bit in no man's land here in Ontario. An hour and a half, 2 hours between gas stations. I don't have quite enough gas to get to the next one, so I gotta turn around and go back a little bit. Only 15 minutes to go back, but I don't have enough gas to get to the next one. So, yeah, part of the joy of traveling through rural Ontario is planning ahead. Maybe I should get a little red bucket of gas as a backup plan. Got my world famous trunk loaf. We'll call it trunk meatloaf. In progress. Gonna mix it up, stick it in the little can, and put it in the oven. See if it overflows. Looks like a more reasonable size. That thing was packed and overflowing before. Just 1 pound. It smells really good. All right, I got her packed up and ready to go. Let's pop her in the oven. You'd never know this oven was covered in meatloaf just a scant few days ago. So I'll put it in here to cook for a couple hours. Well, let's go with an hour and a half, 90 minutes. And wherever I am then is where I will stop and eat my dinner. Taking the southern route this time. It's bumping me along the Great Lakes. The meatloaf looks much better this time. There isn't cheese and grease everywhere. I'm hopeful. It's only about 1:20, so another 30 minutes or so. Probably, maybe a little longer. Hopefully I'll find a little campground or somewhere. Something. That'd be great. Oh yeah, she done. I found a pretty remote spot. A place called Powerhouse Road. There is a big power line. Do you know how they clear it out? By a lake called Serpent Lake. While I'm waiting for the meatloaf to cool, I'm going to head down there and see what's what. Oh, the report said it was blocked due to fallen trees. Looks like they've cleared it out. Yeah, they must have had quite a storm. There's a lot of downed trees here. Looks like a few people have pulled in there. Quite a few mosquitoes coming around already. And there's the lake. Part marsh, part swamp, part lake. I feel like I'm better staying on the road. Really not that bad. Definitely eating worse. That was actually really tasty. I think I got to remember to put half a pack of onion soup in when it's only a pound. A little salty, but otherwise good. It's probably a little too rustic out here for me. There's a lot of ATVs ripping by. It's very remote. Between here and Sault Ste. Marie, it's mostly Indigenous people's lands, and any of the layover spots say you have to have permission from the elder. So I may go a couple hours, maybe all the way to Sault Ste. Marie from here, maybe a little further, we'll see. But it's only 25 to 7, so I could easily do a couple more hours. See you in a bit. Made it to Sault Ste. Marie. 8:45, sun's still up, just setting. At Gateway Casino. So if I go missing, start the search here. Wow, that little light you got, Mom, is really quite bright. That's this little guy. Doing all the heavy lifting. Anyway, yeah. I'm in Sault Ste. Marie. I can't say that without thinking of the Tragically Hip song. And get on the road early tomorrow and carry on from there. Good night, all.